So it's big shoes. You've stepped into them once before, but is it any different this time?
No, not too different. It's nice having some of our girls like Bo and Nellie who have been there before, and we're just trying to build this team up the best that we can.
A lot of new faces this season compared to last year with 7 seniors. What's the difference with that, just being in that leadership role?
We're a really young team, and it's really cool to see just because we're building our own legacy now, and we're really playing for each other, and just we've got to put the pieces together.
When you look at the roster with the freshmen, who stepped up during this practice time that you've noticed?
All of our freshmen are doing a really great job in the roles that they're put in. Paige is doing amazing, and I think it's due to the help of Nellie and just all the outfielders. Allie's been doing great, Amber too. She's learning a lot from her infielders, and Maddie's really stepping into a really big role, and she's doing great in scrimmages.
And what are you seeing from the pitchers? I mean, that's going to be your role, working with them a lot more this year again. So.
Yeah. Well, Bo, we know what we're going to get with Bo. She's a competitor. She's awesome. And I think our pitchers are doing a really good job of stepping into the role of trying to help out this pitching staff. And I think Coach T has a really good job of just getting them ready and having them all ready to go whenever we need them.
Carly Scoopin really showed off her power last season, 9 home runs, but what have you seen for her this offseason that could have her have a better season?
Yeah, Carly is one of the scariest hitters you'll ever see up to the plate. I mean, I always want her up to the plate when it matters, and she's just growing into a really mature hitter. And sometimes I think even with myself, freshman year is like really hard. We have to adjust to the pitching, and I think she's doing a really good job of being a mature hitter and a leader up there.
Last season you got to learn underneath Deja Mulipola. I know you've caught in the past the year before, but what's been the biggest progression for you behind the plate?
Just working with my pitchers, communicating with them, getting comfortable myself back there, and just trusting my abilities. I mean, sometimes it's hard to trust yourself when you don't get so much time back there, but now I'm really getting used to being back there, and it's becoming a fun game.
And then you have Bailey Thompson back there as well from Seattle. What does she bring to the team with that leadership?
Yeah, Bailey is awesome. She came from a really great program, and she's one of our older ones. We only have a few of our olders that we like to call them, and she's awesome. She's just really great teammate. She really pushes me back there, and she just brings a lot of insight that's really good to hear from.
And then what's been the biggest difference from Coach Kendrea to Coach Lowe, and the difference you've seen in Coach Lowe from being an assistant to a head coach?
Coach Lowe, she's made for this job. I mean, it's not too hard for her to step into it. I know Kate is still getting used to like having to manage all of us at once. I think sometimes like last year she would stick to the hitters and the outfielders, and she would just kind of talk to us like about hitting, and now she's really getting into the role of like getting us prepared for game day and understanding what we need to do when we step on like in between the lines.
And Coach Lauren, what having her come in as your new coach, what are you getting from her?
Oh my gosh, energy all the time. She is a spark, and she will let you know it. And you walk out here and she's the first one screaming, "Yeah, Cats!" And she's just awesome. She brings a lot of great drills, and she makes us really good defenders, but also just students of the game again, and like not being complacent with our skills and just learning every single day and learning from her and her experience.
Ready?
So Bowen, you're the ace of the staff. You're the number 1 this season. How does that feel from going from when you first came in a utility player to being a pitcher?
It feels great, but at the same time, I feel like we have so much pitching staff where they have great talent, and I'm excited what they have to offer this year.
And what have you seen out of the pitchers this season? Jesse Fonts, Devin Nats, Maddie Ellis, thank you, sorry about that. But what have you seen out of them during practice?
I see a lot of growth and maturity with them. The only thing that they're missing is probably experience. And I'm excited what they have to offer because they have so much talent, and they have different type of pitches than what I have.
As far as leadership, what do you think is most important about what you bring to leading the staff?
I'm more of like the quiet type of a leader. I'm not the one that's going to be talking. I like to lead by example. So, but like I said, like this year and having such a young team, I don't have to worry that much about leading our team because they know our common goal and they know how the work process is and what we want to be at the end of the year.
Between last year and this year, and how's it coming?
I did the same thing as I did last year, is work on my mental training, and I think that's a big part of this whole game is the mental part. I feel like my pitching is there, but I need the more mental part and stay present each and every day.
When I was interviewing Coach Lowe, she was saying when you first started pitching for them that, you'd give up a run and you'd got all flustered during that moment. And then last year she saw you grow where you're like, you know what, it's okay, we're still in the game, we're growing. How do you flip that switch?
It just, like I said, the mental training of it all. This game is so good and we have so much competition where you're going to give up a run. So it's the way you bounce back and just keep us in the game.
Maybe like in our top.
And I mean, you're not a big pitcher.
Not at all.
So how do you make up for that? Because a lot of people think a pitcher needs to be a lot taller, a lot bigger.
I try not to focus on that. I've always known that I was little ever since I was younger. But I'm not on based off of speed. I'm more of like movement and getting ground balls, pop-ups, and getting people out. So I try to rely on my strengths.
So a lot of preseason attention. How does it make you feel having those expectations going in?
Yeah, the expectations definitely come with just a bit of mental preparation. Like I told everybody else, I try not to let these expectations get so big and put so much pressure on myself. I know that pressure is a good thing sometimes, but just letting it get to my head, I can't allow that. I just need to go out there, play my game. I know what I can do, and just have fun with it.
Last season you had your breakout season in left field, but this year you're moving to center field, your natural position. But how do you go from being an outfielder to an outfielder that leads the rest of the outfield?
I think that it's not really that, I don't know, for me it hasn't been that difficult of a change, especially learning behind Alyssa Palomino Cardoza. She taught me a lot. She's always motivated me a lot in the outfield, and I just think that I've kind of took that and passed that on to the young girls like Jasmine, who's in left, Paige, and Allie Enright, and it hasn't been such a difficult thing for me.
What have you seen from the newcomers on the team, the freshmen, during these few weeks of practice?
They're competitive and they want to win. They're going to go out there and they're going to give everything they have, and I love that about them.
Do you see differences in the way Caitlin does things and what she expects than what
Coach did?
Yeah.
No, I think that she's done a great job of keeping it the way that Coach always has. She does have her own twist to it. Like we do a lot of bunt defense, which is like, I don't know if you know what that is. But she implements a lot of live situations and things that can really happen. So I don't think there's really a big difference in what Coach does. She's done a great job of like carrying that over.
This offseason, you're part of Team USA going to Florida and training there. What was that experience like for you?
It was definitely like a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I've never been in a place with so many great softball players, and I saw Odyssey Alexandria. I was like, oh my gosh, like all of these amazing softball players that I never thought I would face or hit off of, like Carly Hoover, Jalen Ford, which they're amazing, and it was just, I can't even explain it. I had so much fun.
What does that experience do in terms of helping you grow, not only as a player, but just softball person in general?
It helped me understand that I feel like it was more of a mental push, like you're good, like you made it here, you made it this far, like you can do whatever, you can do anything, and I just think that it did help me a lot mentally, and like I can play with those type of girls.
In years past, the lineup's kind of been set with the seniors and all that, and who's going to be in there this year. It's kind of an open competition. What is that new competition like in terms of practicing and getting ready for the season?
I think that Kate has really challenged us to compete and show why we should be in the starting lineup. So it's been more about proving ourselves. It's not going to be given to us. Everything is going to be worked for. And I just feel like everyone's been really good at competing for a spot.
What's it like having such a young team? I mean, you guys only have a few upperclassmen.
I think having such a young team, it's really exciting because we have so much energy, and I think that we also have something to prove, like to everybody. I feel like we do have expectations because we're such a young team and Kate is a new head coach, but something to prove is never a bad thing.
What's Coach Lappin like getting to work with her?
Oh, she is literally the biggest motivator, supporter ever. She's always cheering for us. Like, there's never a moment when you don't hear her. She's always talking, always cheering us on, and she's great. I love her.